Hello Cancer, this is going to be your timeless love reading and I hope you get some clarity and guidance from it. So Cancer, let's get stuck in. Let's see what's going on between you and your person. How are you doing, Cancer? Hope you are well. Hope you're thriving, happy. Okay, Cancer. First, we've got the Nine of Cups, water energy. Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. You could be dealing with another Cancer, Scorpio, a Pisces, but you could be dealing with any sign. The Page of Pentacles, earth energy. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn energy. You could be dealing with an earth sign. The Eight of Cups, water energy. Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces again. You definitely could be dealing with a water sign, but you really don't have to be. You could be dealing with any sign. And the overall overall message, the Ace of Swords, okay. Air energy, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. You could be dealing with an air sign. So somebody has a desire to reach out to you, but it's like somebody who doesn't know if it would be a good thing or a bad thing. It's like somebody knows that like you are confused, that you don't really know what's going on, that they need to give you some sort of clarity. But it's kind of like, they're kind of like, is Cancer better off, you know, not knowing? Is Cancer better off? Am I better off just leaving Cancer alone? Should I, you know, reach out? And so it's all up in the air. It's like they want to reach out. They want to kind of explain the situation, why they've been distant. I feel like they have been distant with you with this Eight of Cups here. They have been distant with you. And it's like they don't want you to think that you did anything wrong, that they don't have feelings for you, because they definitely do with this Nine of Cups here, okay? We've got the Nine of Cups and the Page of Pentacles. So it's somebody who does see, you know, a relationship, does see potential for long term, does want to build a relationship, does want a relationship with you, Cancer. They do want a relationship with you, but they are being distant right now. They are being distant, but I feel like there's a reason for it. And it's like somebody who's not sure if they should tell you, or you're better off not knowing. I feel like you will hear from them again. I definitely feel like they will reach out to you, you know, once they've kind of dealt with whatever they're dealing with. You know, there's something taking up their, you know, mental capabilities right now. And it's something they're dealing with that's quite emotionally intense, and it takes up all of their all of their attention. Okay? Unfortunately, you know, all of their emotional attention. You know, it could be a family matter they're dealing with. I'm getting family matter for a lot of you. This is a general reading. And it's like, they're kind of like, should I reach out and tell them I'm dealing with something? But what if, you know, they don't understand? What if Cancer doesn't understand? What if Cancer thinks I'm weak? What if Cancer thinks I have baggage? Or what if Cancer thinks I'm like depressing? You know, it's that kind of a deal. I feel like maybe it's kind of early stages in this connection. And it's like they don't want to overwhelm you with their situation. I feel like they are dealing with something quite, like it's quite emotionally draining. Like I said, it could be a family thing. But I feel like it's something that they constantly deal with, okay? Like they could have sick family members. They could have to take care of a family member. Something along those lines. And I feel like it is kind of an ongoing situation that they deal with. And it is the reason why they've been quiet. They've been quiet right now. And I feel like whatever they deal with comes and goes in patches, you know. So when things are okay, that's when they talk to you. When things aren't okay, they're distant. They're dealing with what they're dealing with. And they do kind of want to tell you. It's like I kind of should tell Cancer because I do actually want to be with Cancer, but I also don't want Cancer to be turned off. What do I do? It's that kind of a situation, but, you know, they do know they have to say something. Because they don't want you to think that they don't like you. They don't want you. They don't want you to think that you've been ghosted. They don't want you to think that they're not interested in you and that you did something wrong. They are aware that all of that is going through your head, that you think you did something wrong, that you think that they turned their back on the connection. I do truly feel like for a lot of you it is early days. especially with this Page of Pentacles here as well. But, you know, things were going well when you were talking, you know, it was fluid, you know, you were connecting. You saw potential. You saw potential. They do see potential. You know, there is great potential for this to come into total fruition. You know, I feel like the both of you would make each other very happy. And this person has thought about, you know, long term. This person has thought about what it would be like to marry you and have children and live with you. And it brings them good feelings, okay? With this Nine of Cups, they have envisioned a future and they want it. You know, with this Page of Pentacles, they want to build it with you. They do. Okay, their eyes are on you. Their eyes are on the connection. But they're dealing with something that unfortunately takes them away from it. But they know they have to kind of clear that up with you because they don't want to lose you and they don't want you to get the wrong idea. They don't want you to think that they've lost interest, but they're also afraid to tell you that they deal with XYZ because they don't want, like I said, they think you'll see them as someone with baggage, or, you know, you don't want to deal with whatever they deal with. Not that you would judge or that you'd care. You know, maybe you could deal with it, and you probably could. But they're afraid that you won't want to deal with it. And why should you kind of a deal? That's how they think, like, should I, like, just... Is Cancer better off not dealing with it? Is Cancer better off just finding somebody else that doesn't have all of this going on? But at the same time, they don't want to lose you at all. You know, they're just... Like, they don't want you to be turned off. They also don't want to bring you stress over their situation. They don't want to drag you into it. They don't want you to think that they are too much stress. You know, they don't... So they're not telling you because they don't want to cause you stress or they don't want you to be turned off. But they also know that not saying anything to you is also turning you off. So it's like... And they don't want you to go. So they're kind of thinking about the best way to approach this and approach you and tell you what's going on. I feel like they will kind of give you an idea of what they are dealing with. They might not, you know, tell you the full details, but I feel like they will say something to you about what they've been dealing with. They probably won't go into full detail. They'll probably, you know, vaguely mention what they deal with or why they've been quiet and see how you take it. And if you're kind of questioning about it, if you show kind of care about it, that you care that they've been going through whatever they have been going through, even if they vaguely mention it, I don't feel like they will tell you the full details, but I feel like they will test the waters with it, give you some details, not all, and if you respond well, I feel like they'll just tell you. That's what I feel with this Ace of Swords. I see them reaching out. I see them telling you something, testing the waters, literally. You know, I feel like they will come to that conclusion. They're gonna kind of like, okay, well, I might as well just like tell Cancer one or two details, and if I get a good vibe, then I'll tell them more. So they're going to be giving you the kind of control over whether or not you want to keep pursuing this connection. You know, it's like, I'll just leave it up to Cancer. If they want to deal with it, they can. If they don't, then I don't blame them. So that's how they're going to deal with it, because they do want you. Okay? So I do see them reaching out and telling you something about it. Okay. Cancer, I'm going to pull some messages. I'm going to take a look into what this person might want to say to you. Okay, Spirit, what does Cancer's person want them to know? I do offer personal readings as well, so you can check the description. I left before you found someone better. Yeah, so it's like Cancer won't want to deal with it. But I'm still going to see how Cancer feels anyway. But that is part of their initial, distance. Like that is part of it, They're afraid that you won't want to deal with it. So it's like, I may as well just, like, Cancer won't want to deal with this. That's what that means, I'm kind of letting Cancer explore other options, even though I don't want Cancer to. But I do see them telling you something, okay? And seeing how you react and then taking it from there. Air sign, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. You could be dealing with an air sign for sure, but air sign as well, to me, it emphasizes that Ace of Swords. You will get a message from them. You will hear from them. They will tell you something. Phoenix, Phoenix. Something good happening out of something that looks bad. So, like, I feel like their expectations are you're not going to want to deal with it, but I feel like you are going to want to, or you are going to want to deal with them no matter what they're dealing with. And it's like Phoenix moment, rising from the ashes. It's going to make them feel very good and very powerful, and it's going to make them very, very happy. Scorpio energy. You could be dealing with a Scorpio. You don't have to be. Sunday. Okay, take it as resonates. Let's pull from the next deck now. Sunday could be when they reach out to you. Could mean something else to you. Spirit, what else does? Cancer's person want them to know. Woo! Okay, that's coming out, so I'm going to stop there. Green, the colour green. So, the green light indicates that you'll give them the green light and they'll be like, yay. Green could mean something else to you as well, though. Something green, true love. You're an angel. Yeah, I feel like you're going to take it very well and you are going to be supportive about it. And they're going to be like, wow, like Cancer's a literal angel. I cringe at my past behaviour. I'm sorry for, being quiet. I'm sorry for not letting you in, but I'm afraid of how you'll take my situation. Cancer, I hope you got something from that, and if you have, please remember to like and subscribe, and I hope to see you back here soon. Thank you for watching.